You ready for this? Never.
What is going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. For the good reels, you don't have to. It's Brett Man's over there. Welcome back to Slash It Out Live on a fine Sunday evening. A little bit different for us, but we're here tonight to talk about freaking Sinister versus the Black Phone, man. The Scott Derrickson freaking showdown here tonight. It's one we talked about doing weeks ago, but Black Phone has finally come out on Blu-ray and is available everywhere. It's on Peacock. So we figured, but this time maybe more people seen it and they're ready for this freaking comparison, man.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Dude, man, I'm more happier than a Grabbler grabbing Sinister and the Black Phone on the good old Blu-ray.
What about a Graboid grabbing freaking Walter Chang from up on top of that icebox?
No.
Oh,
I'm not that happy. I'm just that level of happy. You might be that happy. Are you that happy?
I'm usually that happy. I mean, it is a Sunday after all, so yeah, that's pretty exciting.
Oh, hell yeah, man. But dude, I'm so excited. I rewatched the Black Phone for the first time since the theater, and dude, I almost gave it something.
You did?
Herpes? Shh. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that on this channel. Man. But hey, so you behave yourself. But yeah, we're here on a Sunday evening because we did not want to wait any longer for this particular matchup. We're so damn excited, and we feel like this is going to be a really good slash it out. The battle of the Scott Derricksons.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think these movies, they're very. I mean, while the story itself is not very close, the way the films are made, very similar. A lot of similarities between the two. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Two really good horror movies over the last 10 years. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, man. And let's see who's on the chat right now. I know people are slowly usually gathering in, but we got to see who's here so far. We got Lamontre, one of our Patreons. What's going on, Lamontre?
Hello and welcome.
Excuse me. What's going on, Gory Tiger? Saying what's up, and behind you. Damn it. Damn you, Gory. And then Return to Living Fled, that is Kyle. As always, another good patron of ours. What's going on, Kyle?
Hello and welcome.
We got AJ and James. What is going on, my amigo? And then we have Jake Burnett, who's also a Patreon of ours. What's going on there, man? And Jake, be sure to stay tuned for most of the episode while you can, especially towards the end, because we got something that you requested, and we're going to tell people about.
Right, you are, Ted. It's a good episode too.
Oh, yeah, we do have so much fun with it, but we'll talk about it after our slash it out of the evening. And then Brandon, the Beldum, of course, another Patreon for us. What's going on, Brandon?
Welcome.
Yes, sir. So
great crowd tonight, man. A lot of good peeps in the house, man.
Oh, yeah. And guys, hopefully you all watched the Black Phone, which I want to assume most of y'all have. And sorry, gotta get this real quick. What's going on, Aaron Click? How are you doing, bud?
Hello and welcome.
Yes, sir. So, oh gosh, getting a little crazy with the mouse there. So, but just in case, if you've not seen the Black Phone, we will do our best not to go and spoil the territory, but we might. So, actually, I'm not the best person to talk about this. I'm going to bring on a very quick 3-second special guest to explain this little spoiler announcement.
No, hang on. Spoiler alert. Okay.
Thank you, Darth Stewie. So, anything else you want to bring to the table, Brad?
No, man. I'm ready to get into this thing, I think.
Hell yeah, man. And then, Aaron Click saying Sinister blows the Black Phone away, in my opinion.
Blows it away. Oh, man. Man, okay, right off the bat with the blowout. Oh
yeah. So we already got some fighting words going on right now. But you ready to enter some of the tail of the tape?
I am, man. Let's take a little gander and see what we got.
All right, here's our tail of the tape. So, Brad, I'll let you take a gander for a minute, to look at all this. If there's anything that freaking strikes you immediately.
Yeah, the freaking score, the critic score for Sinister, actually both the scores for Sinister, which I used to think this was actually a pretty good score for a horror movie, but over the years they've seemed to get a little bit more credit. They've seemed to be getting a little bit more praise since 2012. So this 63 to me seems pretty dang low for Sinister. I think it's a really well-made horror movie with a lot of good scares, amongst the scariest movies of all time, according to science now. So
Science.
that's surprising to me. None of the stuff on the Black Phone's really all that surprising. I think it did a good job. It made plenty of money. Both of them did. So that's the biggest thing for me.
Absolutely. And dude, what's crazy to me is just the budget. I understand it's like 2012 versus 2022, and Scott Derrickson has worked on his street cred to earn that 18 million for the Black Phone. But just to me, for some reason, I felt like Sinister just did a lot more with its budget.
I agree. I mean, that's an incredible. Yeah, I mean, they went a long way. Now, granted, a lot of the good scares and stuff in this movie, they feel really. I mean, they feel low budget because it's almost like a found footage kind of deal with the snuff films and stuff. And there's not a lot of gore or anything, so there's really not. But they did have more characters. I feel like in Sinister, I guess. Well, no, that's not necessarily true. Actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, I am surprised how low the budget is overall.
Dude, I know it's crazy. If it just the U.S. gross alone beat the global of Sinister for the Black Phone.
Yeah, for sure. And I know I saw Sinister a couple times in theater, so it was a great theater experience.
Oh, dude, I bet it was, and I can't wait to talk about like both the movies in more detail. Anything else with the Black, or just with this Tale of the Tape?
No, man, I think I'm all good.
All right, we're going at a very damn good pace right now. But before anything, we got the birthday boy in the house. Freaking Brother Fluff, what's going on, my friend?
Ooh, happy birthday, my friend. That's freaking awesome. Hope you're celebrating big time.
Yes, let's wish Brother Fluff a happy birthday in the chat, everybody. I know he's been getting a lot of love today. And then he says, hello, Trebek. I'll take famous titties for 300. Brother Fluff, it is famous titles for 200. And do not type in Dolly Parton because I know you.
Oh boy.
So hell yeah. So Brad, we finally ready to begin this because again, I know we've been looking forward to this matchup for a long time.
I think so, man. I think we're ready to rock and roll with it.
All right, let's freaking do it. And of course, guys, if you are brand new to Slash It Out with this new particular Slash It Out format, here's how we'll do it. We're going to be talking about what both movies do well, what both movies don't do well, what Sinister does better than the Black Phone, what does the Black Phone do better than Sinister, and then lastly, what are overall thoughts on both movies and a movie rating for both movies. And that is how we'll do it.
Ooh, yeah. I like it. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's get rocking and rolling.
Ooh, baby. And then, of course, Jay Burnett says, how did the Funko sailing go, by the way? It went pretty damn well because I found this national treasure.
What is that?
That is Sleepaway Camp on VHS.
Oh, hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
Dude, this is a rare find, and I was not going to let it go.
That's badass, man. Congrats.
Just don't ask me how much it was. But anyways, and then Jake Blaster Productions, what's going on, my friend?
Hello, and welcome to the party.
And holy crap, we found Cole. Cole's alive.
Ha! Hello and welcome.
We've been trying to contact you, Cole, because we gotta try to get your perk in. So Cole says, me and my wife actually just finally got to sit down together and watch a movie, and we have finished the Black Phone 5 minutes ago. Perfect.
Freaking perfect timing, man. Couldn't have been better. But it's a double feature Sinister here in a little bit too, man. With the lights out, crank that up to the surround sound up. Turn it down, turn the lights down, the sound up,
and don't start any lawnmowers.
Yeah, stay away from those, man.
And Van Flameforce says, thank you all. And I was going to say Christina Hendricks. That's a good one.
Hell yeah, man, for sure.
All right, so we are going to go into topic number 1, and I'll let Brad start first because I need to clear my throat real quick. But what do both movies do well, Brad? Because again, we're going to talk about what both movies do well.
Man, I think they do a really good job of setting up a mystery and then slowly over time unveiling that mystery, a piece by piece rather. So, obviously Sinister, it starts off with Ethan Hawke, essentially finding a box of tapes in the attic, and it's like, okay, why are there tapes in the attic? What's on the tape? Like us as the audience have all these questions, and Ethan Hawke, the character himself, and as we find, as our character Ethan Hawke, Mr. Oswald rather finds these answers out. That's when we're finding it out. So at no point do we know anything more than he does, and so on. Same thing in the Black Phone. The kid Finney gets abducted, gets thrown. Spoilers, by the way, you've already said that, but
yeah,
just so you know, Finney gets abducted, gets thrown in the van, gets put in the basement, gets locked away, and we don't have any information. But slowly over time, just like Ethan Hawke's watching these videos and finding out things one at a time, one film reel at a time, Finney's finding things out one phone call at a time. I think the phone calls are very similar to those reels. Every call gives us a little bit more information. Every reel gives us a little bit more information. So, which shout out Ethan Hawke, the original Good Reel Hunter. I think he did a really good job.
I was just thinking about that joke, and David, you pulled it.
We'll be here all day. So yeah, I think that both of those movies do a really good job with that, and I think they're kind of set up the same way. Where again, we don't know anything Finney doesn't know. I mean, I guess we do to an extent because we're seeing the sister's storyline a little bit, but still, we're finding stuff out as the audience does, or as the characters do within the movies. And I think both movies do a really good job of that. It's like you're almost on the edge of your seat waiting for this next film reel, although you're kind of dreading it at the same time. While at the same time, you're on your edge of your seat waiting for another kid to call Finney and get another clue. So that's cool.
A clue. I'm just oh man, but yeah, dude, that is such a great point about just like how both movies build and like the mystery, and you're getting a little bit at a time. So that is an excellent point because both movies do absolutely fantastic at that. And what's also fantastic is we also got Ashton Luck in the chat. What's going on, Ashton? And then we also got Byron. What's going on? And Cole also says he's got to figure it out still. They've been really busy lately. Well, we just don't want to make sure you missed out on your opportunity because, like, again, you deserve it, my friend.
Yeah, man. Take your time.
Plus, I got to know.
No rush, my friend. Yeah, I'm excited to figure out what it is for sure. I know it's going to be – he's going to freaking – yeah, I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be fun.
Dude,
be
all the patrons so far on the tier 3 have done excellent. I'll go ahead and say that. And we'll mention the other two, and then we got one ever plan or two ever plan. We got to figure it out. But what I am going to figure out, Fo, is what both movies do well. And you kind of mentioned the boy's name earlier. I'm going to go ahead and resurface that name again. And that's our boy, Ethan Hawke.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent performances by Ethan Hawke in both movies. And later on, I'll let you all know which one I feel like he's the best, which I think some of y'all can possibly guess that. But he does an excellent job in both movies. And just, again, he's got different like things to play with because in Sinister, he is the protagonist, while in The Black Phone, he is the antagonist. Haha, I bet you didn't figure out I was going to say that word.
I did not know. I never saw that coming at all.
Yes. But anyways, but yeah, I just think Ethan Hawke did an absolute fantastic job. And then I'll just throw it out there. Scott Derrickson, excellent job with directing both of these movies too. You see a lot of similarities while they also just feel different too.
They do, man. One of the big similarities I noticed, especially on the second time, I picked up on it the first time too, but watching Black Phone is he gives us a lot of these and Sinister does this as well, is this creepy ass freaking films. Like obviously the snuff films in Sinister, the way they're presented to us is very reminiscent of the flashback sequences of the abductions from all the kids in the Black Phone. Anytime a new kid gets introduced, it would show this nice and cheery, like, oh, I'm doing my paper route. Woohoo! I'm getting all this cash, getting stacks of money. And then it would turn dark real quick. It would turn into that abduction. And same thing with Bruce. Like, it would show him having a good time, playing some baseball or whatever. And then it would cut over. It would do a very drastic turn over to the abduction. And it just kept doing Pinball Boy, same thing. And all that was really good, really well done. Obviously the snuff films do that twice as good. I mean, I wouldn't say twice as good, but it's twice as effective because it gets like, again, that's some of the creepiest shit. But it always starts off with some, family hanging out in the backyard.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Actually, both versions of that's in the first snuff film. The family's hanging out in the backyard, and then later they're actually hanging out in the backyard. So there's that, and then there's the family barbecue. They're all fishing, they're having a good time, and then they're roasting in the car, man, like freaking chestnuts at Christmas time. It's not good. And it takes those turns, and both of those you can tell in both sequences, both the flashbacks and those snuff films, that the same directors behind it. It has a very good feel, same vibe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, dude, absolutely the same vibe too. If it's just like, I'll just go ahead and throw another one. It's just tone and atmosphere for both these movies are on point. Just make it feel really eerie, and you are not comfortable throughout most of the movie. Like there's bits and parts of it where you kind of like just get the what we call it the relief part of the movie, like with Sinister as our boy James, the deputy. He plays that little
Deputy
bit like
so-and-so.
kind of like the tension breaker, and then in the other for the Black Phone, it's the sister Madeline. With
And
her
James.
and James. See, oh my boy, or like James is just fucking on. I'll throw James in this category too. He's just a secret joy to watch, man. Like he makes side characters enjoyable.
He does, man. He was great in both movies. And yeah, I mean, I guess you could say the comedy in general is pretty good in both movies. Neither one of them, I was going to kind of say, like, the Black Phone obviously has a little bit of a lighter tone than Sinister, not by much, but just a little bit. Because of the sister and everything like that. But yeah, I thought overall in both movies the comedy is done really well. None of it's forced, none of it takes you out, none of it makes the movie any less scary. It's just sprinkled in, like when James Ronstein, Deputy so and so is like, oh, snakes don't have feet, but squirrels do, and all that stuff. When Ethan's trying to figure out what kind of noises are going on up in the basement at nighttime, all that stuff really it gets sprinkled in there really well. And yeah, I don't think it distracts from the scares at all in either movie. I think it's all very effective.
No, and again, you like in your scary movies, you do have to have time to breathe, and there's nothing like a good breather, kind of like a comedic character, but not too over the top. But no, James does an excellent job. I didn't feel like he was over the top in either film, so that's why I'm glad you brought up our boy James into this conversation because he deserves it.
He was great, man. And you get a lot of nice kind of dark humor too. Like whenever Ethan Hawke and his wife, they move into the murder house at the beginning of the movie, and his wife's like, "Hey, promise me we didn't move in down the street from a murder house again." He's like, "Oh yeah, absolutely not. I promise we didn't do that." Come to find out later, it is the actual murder house, and then it comes up in this freaking massive argument they're having. They're screaming at each other. She's like, "Oh, we did not move into the house. Yeah, you told me we didn't move into down the street or what did she say? You told me we didn't move into a murder house again." He's like, well, we didn't. You asked me if we moved down the street from one. No, this is not that.
We actually moved into it. What the hell?
Yeah, that was great, man.
Oh man, dude, it was so fantastic. And I want to get Cole's comment real quick because again, he just watched the Black Phone now, what we call 10 minutes ago, saying, "I got to enjoy watching the Black Phone. It actually kept my attention the whole time." Dickie Bennett, Jeremy Daves, which it's the dad, which I believe is the dad for protagonist, did a really good job playing the dad. Sorry, Cole, I should have kept rating. And then I really hated that character. I'll actually get to him in a minute. But yeah, like the actor did a great job playing the role that he was given. Absolutely.
I thought he was fantastic. Dickie Bennett, that's a callback to Justified, right? If I'm not wrong.
I knew you were about to throw in Justified.
Yeah, oh man, great stuff. I love that. I agree. I think he was absolutely fantastic, and he really did do a great job of being that alcoholic, abusive father that, and really drove home the fact that the two kids were really relying upon each other to get through this. And I thought he was perfect.
Oh, dude, he was so perfect for that role. And then Flamethrower Fluff says, also props to Ethan Hawke for lending Uma Thurman for about 10 years. Yes, because bringing us to the world of beautiful of Maya Hawke. So thank you so much, you two. Yeah, perfection. Like two great actors and actresses. And yeah. And then Jake Burnett says, fart knockers. I laughed just as hard on this second rewatch when she said that. I even watched it twice. Like I rewinded and all that. Fart knockers from the Black Phone has to be one of the best insults I've ever heard in a while. Dude, that was good. And the part that made me laugh the most, of course, is the whole, Jesus, what the fuck? Like because I was just wasn't expecting. I was not expecting it. But the Madeline is so damn good.
Yeah, it's the delivery, and in both
Mhm.
instances, like she does such a good job of just giving you just this memorable delivery of those lines. And yeah, the fart knocker thing was absolutely. I mean, it was hysterical. It was the last thing I saw coming. She just kept. She just it just came out of nowhere. It was awesome. Madeline
Mhm.
McGraw, really was a freaking show stealer in this movie, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And real quickly, no, oh shit, Halloween 2018 moments here, thankfully. Yes, trust me,
Seriously,
you and me both, my friend. And then Ashton says, I love Maya and Stranger Things.
yes,
And then
same. A freaking highlight.
I like this idea from Byron. Horror movies, what ifs is something I would like for you guys to do sometime in the future. Dude, that's actually a really good idea. And let's go ahead and here's the fault. Sorry, all those sound effects weren't needed, but that is a good idea in the future.
Did you lock it into the vault? How if you locked into the vault, how are we gonna do the idea? If you locked it in there, you got to take it out of the vault. You gotta unlock it and pull it out of the vault and put it in a temporary idea holder box.
Anywho, Brad, do you have any other positives for both movies?
I do, man. The endings. I think both of them really had strong endings. Both of obviously they're drastically different. Sinister has a really super dark, like fucking ending. Again, spoilers if you haven't seen either movie. Here we go. But Sinister's Sinister's ending this whole time. You're pulling for Ethan Hawke and his family to get out of this mess. But the whole time you're kind of like, yeah, they might be fucked because they moved into this house and they unleashed Bagul. He's no longer living in the images. He's living in reality now, and he's ready to consume some children's souls.
Mr.
And
Boogie.
yeah, dude. And the whole time you're kind of playing out, you're like, what is going to happen? What if they do move? Like, are they good? Are they safe? No, they're not safe because the moving's bad. Moving's a bad news bears kind of situation. And then they do move. They get a call from Deputy so-and-so, and then they get the extended cut videos of all the kids kind of killing people. The kids are the murkers, essentially. They could have renamed the movie The Kids Are the Murkers. Welcome to the Murker Kid Zone, or whatever you want to call it. The kids are murking people. They're hanging people up in trees. They're chopping the tree branches down and just, hanging people out. And all that. That was a
Children of
great
the
reveal.
corn.
Yeah, dude. It was a great reveal. And then the movie had the balls to just freaking have the daughter murder everybody in the family, and including Ethan Hawke. And I thought that was a great freaking hell yeah, man. It's not every day you see a horror movie, especially a dark, super dark movie like this throughout the whole movie with the tone and everything kind of end on a sour note like that. I think it was a nice breath of fresh air, to be honest with you. As much as I liked, Ethan Hawke in the movie, I didn't want to see him get murked, but hey, what the hell? It pays off. You don't see it coming. Same way, Black Phone, the ending was good. What I really liked about the ending in that, obviously, this is a happier ending. It's a little bit less of a dark movie, although obviously it's dark just in just, sheer nature of what we're dealing with here. But the ending's a good ending. Everybody's happy. Finn gets out. What I really like about it is the fact that he gets out without any assistance. Although Madeline's freaking right on the heels of the grabber, trying to find out where she lives and everything, where he lives. And she does actually succeed in that, but at the wrong house. Finney gets out all on his own. He doesn't need that help from the police, from his sister, or anybody for that matter. He gets out on his own, completing his arc of standing up for himself essentially and being that badass. So I thought that was cool. And then Madeline also had a good arc too, and finding the location of where everything was just happened to be across the street. So everything panned out perfectly. I really enjoyed it.
Dude, man, the ending of the Black Phone with the whole two houses, that was a big holy shit at the theater, because damn, he must be the best freaking part-time magician I ever know.
Dude, yeah. And again, and I guess I thought I was watching Saw 2 again, when they were in the wrong house at the end, and they had the video footage, but it wasn't live and all that. That's what I was thinking. But I noticed this last time we watched it when Madeline pulls in with the police and they're about to go into the house across the street. The dude's van's not there. I think that was a fuck up. I don't know. The grabber's van wasn't parked under in the carport like it was in a few minutes whenever they, Finney comes running out of the house. So I did kind of pick up on that, but nonetheless, whatever, it didn't take anything away from it.
Oh no, not at all. But yeah, man, great point. Both endings were absolutely spectacular, and just because, like again with Sinister, it has the balls to go to a place that not a lot of horror movies like to go at times, especially like involving children. So, great point of bringing that up, and of course the Black Phone. I love when freaking Finney got to kick ass, man. Just because it was the whole point of the movie of his arc of like a kid who always got picked on for a kid that got to freaking stand up for himself and not get to take any more shit. And he fucking delivered the shit talk and the shit ass kicking. A whole bunch of shit. Like, it's so awesome, man. But yeah, great points.
Yeah, for sure, man. I really dug both of those. I did want to say that uh Flamethrower said Sinister is another reason that you shouldn't let your kids draw on the walls of your home. Yeah, this is a very good reason too. This is very articulable. Yeah, you can articulate that all day. I would never. Yeah, that's not a good plan, man. And then Aaron Click said the wrong house
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
plot point. Sorry. Plot point reminded me of the Silence of the Lambs, but in a bad way. Yeah, kind of the same thing.
Yes.
Obviously, you're never gonna. Yeah, Silence of the Lambs is.
Oh man,
Um,
I would love to do that rematch sometime in the future.
oh, we're gonna do it for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like I felt like I was off my game, and then I know I could have done better, but yeah, that'll be a rematch in the future. And then Ghoul Sniper, what's going on? Saying hello, I love the Black Phone, haven't seen Sinister. Two things. Thing number one, go watch Sinister. You will love it. And then number two, be careful. We will talk some spoilers with. We already you've seen the Black Phone, so you're good there. But with Sinister, we will be talking some spoilers with it too, because it's been 10 years. And kind of like with our rule on the channel, it's a 5-year rule. So it should be it's anything goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely check out Sinister when you can, because Buggle might be your new name afterwards.
Or Mr. Boogie. But
Bagul Sniper, Mr. Boogie. Yeah, God, freaking creepy as a mofo, man.
God, so damn creepy. I loved it. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that for the last one. If I think both movies do well, it's our freaking villains look absolutely awesome. For like the Mr. Boogie or the Bagul, dude, totally looks freaking scary as all get out. Even though I kind of say it's like a better version of Canyon from WCW, with the green mask and skull and all that, way better than that. And then, of course, even Hawk with the grabber, freaking the whole mask and all that, dude. That masks are so awesome. And Trick or Treat Studios, I think, is their big Halloween sale idea this year. It's to sell those masks. So we're going for. Yeah, Trick or Treat Studio. So there you go. Be sure to get your pre-orders in. Not a paid promotion, by the way. And then, but yeah, dude, the mask foe are so creepy as hell because you just don't know, like, just what's behind those masks, man. Like, just hell yeah. And plus, Tom Savini's team made those masks too.
Hell yeah, dude, it's very good. It's yeah. Look at that freaking smiley face over here, man. It's good. Creepy as a mofo. Yeah. So, yeah, the villains is a big thing for me. I think both of these are super original. I mean, obviously, the grabber's based on a book, but really not. The book doesn't have all the theatrics. It doesn't have the mask. It doesn't have all the other stuff within it. So it really, they did a good job of creating another iconic villain in the grabber and the Black Phone and Bagul as well. And Sinister, I thought both of these were some of the better horror villains we've had in the last 30 years. I'm not going to say they're the best, but if you take a look, these are a couple of the people that stand out in the list of horror villains since the classic, since the end of the the end of the slasher era, rather. So yeah, I think both of them are really good, and they just have different things about, like, Bagul consuming the souls of children, like, well, that's fresh, like we don't see that every day. And then the grabber's freaking snagging children. They're both movies are very involving children as the victims, and that's fucked up on its own, man.
Yeah, so you better hide your kids, and also hide your kids because they're going up snatching everybody.
They're getting snatched. They're getting wasp spray in their face. They're getting freaking like baguled up. They're chopping people off trees and stuff. Like, it's cool, man. Just because it's not something you see every day.
No, definitely don't see every day. Absolutely. Let's see here, Brad. Anything else for what both movies do well?
No, I mean, that's probably a good place to. The score for both movies was really good. Mark Corvin and the Black Phone did a really good job with that, and then the Sinister score always creeps the fuck out of me. So the small thing, but yeah, they're both very effective.
Hell yeah. So let's see here. Okay, just checking on the chat. So let's go ahead and go to our second topic. What both movies don't do well. So this is the point. We're going to try our very best to see if there's anything wrong with both of these movies.
Honestly, there's not a lot. For me, that both of them don't do well. I would say, I mean, I don't know, dude. Honestly, there's really not a lot. There's time. There's both movies have a couple things that could maybe be cut out just for time purposes, but not. I mean, that's a nitpick, man. Honestly, both of these movies are really well done.
Yeah, dude. I'll go ahead and say I honestly don't have anything. Like both movies are obviously not perfect. But like just to say what both these movies do wrong, like together, dude, it's like we'll have to go like down the damn barrel to try to figure that out. Like, and that's like honestly, like I can't think of one thing that pops in my head immediately what both movies don't do well. I would go like I can go like to more negatives when we get to the other two topics here in a minute.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't really have anything that they both suck ass at or anything. So
no, not at all. And so guys, this is actually for that particular topic, I'm going to leave it to you guys to chat. What do both of these movies do not do well? Just let us know in that chat. We'll freaking pull them up because again, we can't come up with really anything unless if we really just start diving into it.
yeah.
Hell yeah. So let's go ahead and go to topic number 3. So let's see here. We got Sinister. So Brad, what does Sinister do better than the Black Phone?
Well, it's scarier. You know, we won't beat around that bush too much, but yeah, this movie is definitely by far scarier than the Black Phone. Again, this is one of the scariest movie theater experiences I've had ever, really. At the same day, I remember being in a theater and you know, again, you see that it opens up with a family being hung up by a tree. Like that's the opening scene. Just setting that tone early in this thing, really giving you a sense of dread throughout very early and often in this movie, just making you be like, what the fuck? Like, you know, right out the bat before the freaking credits even roll, before we even see our protagonist. So, and that shit, it felt real. It fit like, and what really gets you with it is the fact it feels real on the footage when you're seeing these snuff films. Like it feels very genuine. It feels real. It feels like it was actually recorded by a Super 8 camera. And that to me has always been super creepy. And then the way that they present them going forward, again, I was talking about them earlier, where, obviously not just the films themselves, but the fact that you find this box of tapes, reels rather, in your attic. You just moved into a house, you look up in the attic, there's a box of fucking things up there, and then you start playing them and you find out it's really fucked up shit, and that to me is always kind of just it's creepy. And then so from the first reel you pop in, you have this sense of dread going for the rest of the movie, like about each of the rest of the reels that he's going to pop on, because you have no idea what's going to happen. The first one sets the tone. The second one is the barbecue. It's like, oh shit, how's this going? And then like I said, it cuts dark real quick with the family in the car burning. And that's just like, man, this shit's fucked up. And then it keeps going and going until you get that freaking, pinnacle moment with the lawnmower sequence, which is one of the best jump scares of all time, in my opinion. No matter how many times you see it, it fucking makes you jump and gives you goosebumps. And that was like one of the biggest jumps I've ever had in theaters. Freaking lawnmower.
Yeah, fucking lawnmowers. So stay away from them. But yeah, dude, absolutely. Sinister is scarier from the Black Phone. Like, honestly, no real contest, because again, both movies have like their different styles. It's not like saying like I did jump. There's one moment at the Black Phone I did jump at the theater, but this rewatch I knew it was coming, so I was good on that part. But Sinister, damn, that lawnmower scene, I always still jump because it just is so nerve-wracking, man.
It is. And that's not the only, like, that's definitely the biggest jump scare of the movie. But like, seeing the kid, seeing the every, like the pool one, holy fuck, dude, that one's scary. Like at nighttime, you see, it just opens up and there's the lawn chairs by the pool and somebody's got ropes. And again, a big part of this is who's doing it, right? The first time you watch it, you have no idea. Is this some supernatural being? Is this, a serial killer? Is this freaking Mikey Myers out here? Like his brother or something out here freaking murking people? You just don't know that. And that to me is good. That's intriguing because you're like, oh, who's doing this shit? And then once you do kind of find out it is going a supernatural route, Bagul's popping up everywhere. He's moving around on the screen. He's popping up in bushes in the backyard. Like all that shit's done really well, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, so damn good, especially like with the bushes, like because again, aim for the bushes. But yeah, just like with the whole picture, and then like that, dude, yeah, so many damn scary moments with Sinister, and what does Sinister do better than the Black Phone for me? Damn, you took my main one with thinking it being scarier because, dude, that's just a given right there. Hmm. Damn, I can't. Damn. Sorry, you took
Well,
my main argument, or
well,
like you
I mean,
took
you
my
could,
thing.
yeah, you can talk more about that if you want. I mean, it's more of an open forum anyway. So
Oh yeah, I
whatever it
know,
is,
but
yeah,
I'm sure just try throwing in another idea. Plus, one might come to me in a minute. But yeah, dude, absolutely scarier. We already talked about the hangout, the barbecue, the pool, and then, dude, it's just the ending in general is freaking scary. Just with the reveal that the kids were the ones that doing the murking, like you said, like, dude, that's freaking scary of all. Because again, children symbolize like just purity and innocence within movies for most of the time. Except for Children of Court, because they established that way early on. But with Sinister, like you said, Brad, the whole time, like you have no idea until
yeah.
like the freaking end. That's just a whole big like, what the hell? Like, oh yeah, I know, like a whole big clusterfuck, like getting like a big bar of clusterfucks right there and eating them. But yeah, so easily like scarier. That's easily like the main like difference of what Sinister does better than the Black Phone. And plus, I kind of just also like the way it was shot too. Like just to me, like once they turn on the lights, that is.
Yeah, I was about to say dark as a mofo.
Yeah, dark as a mofo. But yeah, I'll get that to the next one. Like we talk about the Black Phone. But shit, yeah.
I actually think that Sinister is paced a little bit better. I think in general that the pace it moves by faster for me. There's still a couple moments in the movie, which is why it isn't higher than it is. It's not a 5 star or anything like that because it does have some moments that could be cut out in the movie. But overall, I feel like it's I don't know. It's still always moving forward. The progress of the mystery solving is always moving forward and whatnot. And that is always good too, because especially the first time you watch it, because it's such a big, mind fuck, just trying to figure out, what's going on. And I really do. I like the darker tone too in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think Black Phone could have used more of that, given the subject that they were going with, the abductions of children. I think that's super dark, and you could have gone a little bit darker with that, I think, in general. But yeah, I think those are two things for me.
Oh yeah, and I finally thought of something. So here we go, man. Actually, for me, Mr. Boogie to me, and the Bagul looks just more. It's definitely just more intimidating than the than the Grappler. Just based off like not only like I would say the Grabber has like just does more because again he was given more to do, like to carry the movie and all that. But if
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
got more
freaking
personality.
if I saw Mr. Boogie, I would be shitting my pants.
Yeah, Mr. Boogie is a fucking terrifying nightmare. That's what nightmares are made of, man. I tell you, if I were
We're
a
not
kid
talking
and saw
about
this
Freddy
movie,
Krueger.
no, but if this is something I saw as a kid, it would probably have the same effect that Candyman and Pennywise had for me when I was a kid, and that was like fucking never go to sleep again. So yeah, I think he's very very effective, and yeah, man, I think I like I really dig the investigative side of the story, seeing what Ethan Hawke's doing to he's got the cork board up with the strings and shit, kind of like James Ronstein does in the Black Phone, kind of the same deal. I really like that aspect of the storyline. It's a little bit more active as opposed to passive, and yeah, it's interesting.
Hell yeah. Sorry. Just now looking at the chat again. What's going on, Mrs. Erica Lauren Horn Mason? Thank you for being with us here tonight. She's she says the Black Phone movie was okay, not great, man, but loved the little girl who was cussing out the cops. Yeah, that was Madeline.
Madeline McGraw.
That's the actress, and then Gwen is her character name. So
Yeah.
yeah, she was absolutely fantastic. I'm about to get to her more in detail in a minute, and then she also says Sinister is better. So that's two people on the Sinister train right now, from what we saw in the chat.
To tango. Yeah, she said.
Oh, and then
go ahead.
let me get a Ghoul Sniper real quick. Saying the only thing I could think of for the Black Phone is they could have added an origin to the Grabber, but that could be a prequel. And dude, that's the biggest talk right now after the success of this movie is making a prequel. And I'll just be honest with you, I don't need one. I understand it's a money opportunity there, and that's great. But I feel like that's just something we just need, Hollywood needs to stop doing. It's just adding another movie and story when it's not needed. Because to me, it's just at that point, it takes away the mystique of the feeling.
Yeah, I agree. I like. Yeah, I think he kind of serves more as an idea, really. Like that sounded like something that Obi-Wan would say. But either way, I think, I don't know. I think it's good how it is. I really don't want to know too much about him because he's such a mystical character, and yeah, I like the way they presented him. But of course, I'd be there if they made one.
Oh, dude, absolutely, I would too. But I wouldn't be what we call the most happiest person of all time if they do that. But again, wouldn't say no to it. Just like the same thing with Halloween. If you put a Halloween movie in front of me, even if we don't need it, I'm still going to go watch it.
Absolutely, I'll be there.
So, 100%. Did you were willing to pull up a comment because I knew you were about to grab a comment before I pulled up that one?
I think Erica said something about Children of the Corn was creepy too. Imagine your comment there earlier. God, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Dude, absolutely creepy. And real quickly, what do you guys think about Candyman 2022? I'll just let you know if you are interested in that movie. Next Sunday at noon Eastern time, me and Destiny are doing Back from the Dead with horror movie anniversaries, and we will be talking about Candyman 2022 for next Sunday. So if you're interested about that movie, I will go in more detail with that.
And as far as Orphan 2 goes, I dug the heck out of it, man. To be honest with you, it was way better than I thought it was going to be. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. And I can easily answer this real quick. Of what did you like the new Scream movie? Scream movie. Sorry, for a second I thought you said Scary Movie 5. I was getting ready to give you an easy answer, but Scream 5, dude. Yeah, absolutely love Scream 5, and we got a review on our channel. Our thoughts about Scream 5.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So Brad, anything else of what Sinister does better than the Black Phone?
I think that's about it. That's a good spot for me.
Alrighty, because I could freaking get on a roll with this one right here of what the Black Phone does better than Sinister. So we're going to be talking about what the Black Phone does better than Sinister, man. Can I go first on this one?
Go for it, man. Absolutely.
All right. You said that the tone was better and Sinister for you. To me, I felt like the tone and atmosphere was better in the Black Phone for me. Just because, what this movie really tackles more than Sinister. I understand it's both totally different movies, and Sinister can't help this next part. It's that the Black Phone to me feels more real because it really tackles a very serious issue. Especially, I think it's smart for what the Black Phone did is saying this movie in the 70s. Just because of how serious that was back then, because we don't have the technology and the cameras and all that like we do today. So that situation happening in the 70s to me just felt more real. And then just how they Scott Derrickson with his tone and atmosphere into that movie just feels more real. And to me, that's just very darker for me.
Yeah, I absolutely love the overall atmosphere of that movie. Honestly, I think it's definitely a strong point of it. And really, I mean, it's something both movies to me really did a good job. I just prefer how dark Sinister gets personally, but I think this movie could have used a darker tone because of what we're talking about here, abductions, right? But some of the best stuff this movie does is the sense of fear that this community is having at this point, because kids are going missing almost, every week at this point. It's like a weekly deal. The kids are just kind of waiting around for that phone call to see which one of their friends has been abducted next. It's kind of the issue they're running into. And I like that. They do a really good job of kind of setting that up early. The movie really much is kind of a slow it takes almost half the movie to actually get Finn abducted, not literally, but the first act goes on for quite a while.
I actually kept up with that one. It was 25 to 30 minutes into the movie. So movie is an hour 43 minutes.
Yeah, so it went on for some time, and that first act I thought I think it's the best act of the movie in my opinion, because the setup, the tension they're building with the town kind of on edge, kind of everybody's a little bit paranoid, and setting up everything from the get-go is great. And then the scenes, there's a couple scenes where they have these big search parties going on after Bruce gets abducted, or after Robin gets abducted, rather.
Yes.
Yeah. Big search parties going on at nighttime, very atmospheric. I really did absolutely think that was fantastic. And I honestly think it could have used more of that, but still something that it did really well.
Yeah, dude, and you nailed it right on the hand, because I was getting ready to pull that little card up my sleeve too. Did you look at my sleeves before this stream started?
I did, dude. Every time I do.
Dadgummit, I need to wear long sleeves. No, I hate long sleeves. But I agree with you. Just I love how they build at the beginning of the movie. Just the whole town, like you said, the town's on edge. They don't know who the grabber is, or like his motives or anything. And it's just like Madeline, or Gwen, giving us little backgrounds on it, bits and pieces of it. The officer bring more bits and pieces to it. So, and they're building up this character before they present it to us on the screen, like 25 to 30 minutes into the movie. And to me, that is a great way to build a first act in a thriller movie like this.
It is, man. I think it's really it's done really well. And I appreciate it for that.
Oh, dude, I absolutely appreciate that.
I had a thought, but I don't know where it went. Lost it.
I'll get this comment real quick from Gory Tiger. Let me report for Live Black TV. What folks are there? We're getting the fuck out of here. Let's go. Oh man, but that was great. I got actually. Oh, it's your turn to think of one. Because I do have one.
I just think in general there was something I was about to say about the grabber, but it just completely.
While you're thinking about it, I can go with the next positive of why I think it does better.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I can. Yeah. Either way. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you got one, go right ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say in general, I think the characters are better. I think. Damn
it! You stop looking up my damn sleeves.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just messing. Go ahead. I was messing.
Okay. In general, I think the characters are better. They're stronger. They feel a little bit more personable. They more relatable, I guess you could say. I really like the brother and sisterhood that the two main kids have, Finney and Madeline, Gwen, the two, them two together is great. And it really is strengthened by the father, I think, because again, you have that intense moment where she's getting whipped after she drops the vodka and everything, and tells the cops, that gets questioned about the cops about her dream and stuff. Again, freaking blew it out of the water with the acting right there, by the way. Yeah. Freaking fantastic.
That was uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, and again, it's because of her performance. That's really what did it. We've seen that scene 1,000 times before, but has it ever been that effective? I don't think so. She was really good, and but yeah, right after that, they go off and they watch TV together, and they kind of just lean on each other, and it really just shows that they're really relying on each other, and they have to go through life basically relying on each other, and they don't have anybody else. They don't really have a strong father or anybody. The mother, I guess, is presumably dead at this point, passed away. I think, confirmed. They did confirm that. So I really, I really, they really have to stick together, and really that's the whole point of the movie. At the end, they find each other again and whatnot.
Yeah, dude. If it's just like the actors and actress living up to the brother sister, like giving that to us. That's great writing and great directing from Scott Derrickson. Like to make that feel more real. And plus, that's just a real thing that Gwen was dealing with during that particular scene. And this kind of ties together too of Cole asking, would anyone else have dropped that bottle? I would have, for the fact that vodka cost $8. That's the cheapest fucking vodka I've ever known of my life. Like, I
It was the
understand it's the
70s.
same. I understand that, but gosh, it might get you a $20 bottle. Like,
Dickie said,
golly.
"That's an $8 bottle of vodka." Yeah, it was cheap as shit.
Fucking
Though.
Smirnoff. I bet that's what it was.
No, that's more like Burnett's, dude. Burnett's. Actually, you know what? In the 70s, could have been Smirnoff. I don't know.
Anywho's, but yeah, like I would have personally dropped it regardless, just because like I just wanted to test those boundaries. But when I taste boundaries, I get my ass whooped. So don't do that as much anymore.
She went for it, man. I tell you, that's what if it was plastic? What if she did all this stuff, and it was a plastic bottle, and it just went. Boop,
if it just pops on
like,
the ground, if it reaches right back in her hand, then.
So
or
yeah,
just take a swig, like
that. Yeah, that dynamic was really good, and that was all added in. None of that was in the short story with the father. Really, the sister really wasn't even in there either. Slightly mentioned, but yeah, all that stuff was really good. Additions to the flick, and yeah, effective, because again, it makes you care. Not only makes you care for Finn when he's in there, because at this point we've taken 30 minutes to get to know the kid, but we get Madeline's side too. We really care because she's missing her brother, and that's all she has in this world at this point, and that and Susie, or whatever her name was, but yeah, so yeah, it's effective in that, and you really want them to find each other again, and you're really pulling for them because of all that time it takes to build them up.
Yeah, and I do. Yeah, and I'll while rewatching this, when they finally do reunite at the end of the movie, I'll be honest with you, I almost teared up. Just because, again, just great storytelling from beginning to end, like just develop like that relationship and what both characters literally have gone through to get back to each other. Because, again, like you said, they rely on each other. Because, like, if one's without the other, what are they? And that, again, great storytelling, great character arcs, because they actually learn to kind of go without being together with one another. And it kind of like, to me, at the end of the movie, both characters are stronger individually than they are together. But with the character, like you say, like with the characters, easily the characters in this movie are way better than Sinister, like mainly on the side character front of things. But again, I understand Sinister, they want the protagonist just to do the most of it. But I feel like with the Black Phone, like characters were allowed to take breaks and breathe with their characters versus just shoving it down our damn throats. Only the Grabber should have done that, and it doesn't.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. They really do, and they have arcs. I think that's really the biggest thing. Really, nobody in Sinister, including Ethan Hawke, really has much of an arc. I mean, he kind of does. He moves out of the house, I guess, and he decides not to write a book. Too little, too late, though. So you know what I mean? Like it was kind of an arc, to kind of put family first or whatever. He's also kind of just putting himself first. It wasn't a huge deal, but this one they do. Finney goes from being this bullied kid at school. Robin's looking out for him all the time, and really just not able to stand up for himself. To towards the end, he kicks the Grabber's ass, and he does it by himself, which again, like I alluded to earlier, was really important, I think. And I think they did a good job with that. And obviously, I think the sister storyline was almost just as good, if not better. They could have almost made a movie just from her point of view and not even shown what was going on in the basement. It would have been just as good.
That could be a cool sequel, like a spinoff idea for a movie.
Yeah. I mean, just seeing the sister's point of view and having your brother missing, and a wave of abductions, I think, by itself is scary as hell. And again, because you don't know what's going on. If you were just seeing her storyline, you wouldn't know what's going on with the brother. You wouldn't know if he's dead already. Like, that's intense, right? So I like that. Both stories are very intriguing, and so that's good.
Oh, dude, absolutely. And another one I'll just quickly throw out there real quick as well. Brad, I know you mentioned it for what both movies do well with the score. I just feel like the Black Phone Foe really just blows the score out of the water comparing the two. if I could own a vinyl to the Black Phone, especially with that opening music with the title card, dude,
Oh,
that
that was
score
fucking
is
good.
badass. And plus, it also played like good background music too, as like Finney is like trying to figure out stuff in the room. Just a little music it adds to the background too. It's just really awesome. But dude, yeah, that beginning, I will kind of vote right now as that being the best score of 2022 for the
Yeah, I
horror
mean
genre.
it's definitely good. Of course, Halloween Ends. If there's anything we know about Halloween Ends, it's going to have a good
I
score.
know.
So
I'm
it's
just
going to
let it
compete.
have its moment, damn it.
No, I don't disagree. At this point, yeah, I don't. There's nothing that really can, because no other horror movies have really had their own score. So I think that's definitely a good point. And yeah, so I think at the end of that, yeah, I know we said earlier both. I just think that fucking music in the snuff films is fucking terrifying. I wouldn't want that turning on. And yeah, oh man, I hate it. It creeps me out. Just the music alone gives me nightmares. But anyway, I know we said both villains did a good job, and yeah, I still put that in the both movies do well category. But I think Ethan Hawke really elevates the Grabber to beyond just another good horror character. I think that because there's a lot more personality given to this villain, the Grabber, than there was Bagul. He really takes that and gives a performance behind it, especially in the eyes, elevates that son of a bitch to just fucking like an actual character with some with some meat to it. You know what I mean? It's actually a character, and I thought that was good.
Yeah, especially like again, Mr. Boogie is not that type of character. So Sinister
Right?
did a
Yeah.
great thing about like not showing him too much because if you do, what's he going to offer really to the movie? Because like you said, kind of like the no personality factor, just has the more scare factor. But while the Grabber, if you're going to like put him on the big screen for most of your movie, of course you need him to have a good personality and do. And even Hawk just freaking knocks this damn role out of the park. And I said it from earlier and I'll say it now. Even Hawk does great in both movies, but the Black Phone easily hands down his better role like between the two movies just because just to me I wanted something different with Even Hawk and that's him to play a villain and I understand he was the villain in Moon Knight but I mean in the horror genre and when I heard he was going to be the villain in this movie I was already sold right before he even told me what the hell the story was and then when I saw the trailer I'm like yes this can freaking work this is going to be great and then watched the movie even Hawk probably performed the best horror villain of the year of 2022. And like you said, it did indeed create as a brand new horror icon.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I think I think again, if it were to say turn into a franchise, and it's not going to, I don't think, but if it were, and Ethan Hawke went on and he did all these different stories with as the Grabber or whatnot. I mean, there's really not that much to chew on there. I mean, there's not because it's not like he's I don't know. I mean, you could make it work. Again, if this was like a series or something like that, like you could do a little bit more with it. I don't see this, being multiple movies. But
I actually saw a comment earlier that's talked about. I'm not sure if this is what she was referring to. I didn't know like Scream or the Black Phone, but it would make for an awesome TV series.
Yeah, it could work. You could set that freaking mystery up for a while. That build the tension of having that the kid on the town on edge and whatnot. That'd be good.
Oh yeah, and that's where you could do like your origin story and all that too, is with a TV series. Or I wouldn't call it a TV series. I would personally call it a mini series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a miniseries would be good. Like just like a one season kind of deal, 7 episodes, something like that. It would, that would be cool.
Absolutely. And Galfer's dog, what's going on, my dog? What's going on, man?
Hello.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I just like, what's up, dog? I watched The Black Phone last night for the first time. Dude, freaking let us know what did you think about it? We're about to give our overall thoughts and movie ratings here in a little bit. But yeah, of course, we want to hear from you guys as well of what you all think about both The Black Phone and Sinister.
Yeah, for sure, dude. We want to know that. We definitely want to know that, man. So
and
that's
Cole
awesome.
had a comment. I'll let you read this comment from Cole.
I feel like The Black Phone, not advocating anyone to do this, would be a good first horror movie you see. Maybe a little less cussing than, but the first our horror movie I saw was Halloween. I hope you're talking about Rob Zombie's Halloween because that was definitely a little bit more extreme than The Black Phone when it comes to language.
Oh man, I can think of one that's even more dangerous than Rob Zombie's Halloween. It's Goodrill's Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah, you don't
Oh
know what's gonna
man.
happen there.
Yeah, wait till a couple of weeks
God.
on that one. But
What about when he says, "Don't worry, Finny, I won't make you do anything you won't like." Like, what the fuck, dude?
oh
Like
dude,
that
oh
shit was
no,
weird.
dude, what was weirder than that? This next time around, he's just in the room. It's like what were you doing? Just watching you. And then he
Oh,
just
dude, yeah.
immediately just walks out the damn room like that. And then you could see, and again, that's Mason Thames who plays Finney. Dude, he sold that scene to perfection with how fucking creepy that was.
Yeah, that was really good. That's one thing I didn't really I didn't notice it as much the first time. The second time, he really is just creeping on him, dude. Just watching him sitting there in the in the hallway, just kind of looking at him, like just fucking stare. Like it's weird, man. Every time he wakes up, he's there looking at him. So
Mhm.
yeah, and what I really like about what they like, you still don't really ever know what he does with his victims.
No.
I'm glad they kind of left that up in the air. It's kind of like, okay, I don't know what his what his goal is, what his MO is. You don't really know. You just know he abducts people and they end up buried under the ground. And I like, it leaves the rest up to imagination.
Yeah,
So yeah,
theater of the mind.
yeah.
Just like yeah, exactly, dude. I love that. And then okay, I love her freaking chat because like sometimes they come up with the most badass ideas. Aaron Click said, "Good Real Hunting, you should make a parody skit of the Black Phone and call it the Blackberry Phone." Yeah,
That's
oh
not a
my
bad
gosh,
idea,
dude,
man. We
that's
I
so freaking badass.
Yeah, I've actually we've had an idea for yeah, if we lived closer together, we would have done it already. But we might do something at some point involving the Black Phone, for sure.
Oh, dude, we also have a Sinister idea too for the future as well. So, like, trust me,
Yeah,
we're always thinking of ideas, and we always love to hear from you guys on skit ideas because, like, we want to make the best skits possible and the funniest skits possible. And
yeah.
Galford Dog says, "I loved it. It felt more heart edged than a lot of movies today. I watched it with my uncle and nephew. Dude, that's so awesome. I'm glad you all really enjoyed it."
Yeah, dude, that's freaking great. I'm glad. Good news. Good news. We're getting some good horror flicks this year, man. And this was one of them.
Brother Fluff, do not get me fucking started. He makes them watch Bodies, 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 and Halloween Resurrection. Dude, I can't. I'll even tell you this. I don't know which one's better between Bodies, 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 and Halloween Resurrection. Like, okay, I'm just gonna take that comment off because I was just going on a whole big Bodies, Bodies, Bodies tangent of like why I
It's your
fucking
favorite
hate
movie of the
that
year, though,
movie.
right?
Absolutely not.
No,
Absolutely fucking not.
it didn't get the
Fuck
golden
that.
reel.
No,
No,
it gets the fucking dog shit from a horse's ass. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. So save your money. Don't go see Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
still waiting on that freaking short TikTok review for that one, dude. I want
Oh,
to get the
dude,
full thoughts.
it won't be fucking short. I'll tell you that for sure. Um, and we'll get this quick comment real here because I know you've done a Joe Hill thing. So is this going to usher in a Joe Hill explosion? Meaning, kind of like you say, like you have the book, like kind of like telling like the mini stories. Is that right?
Yeah, dude, I hope so. I haven't read any of the other stories yet, but I know that I think he's a talented, from what I've heard, at least, in his previous collaborations with Stephen King and whatnot. I think he's talented, and I think
Mhm.
it would be nice to see some some more creative
Stories.
stories come out as movies, man. I think this was a unique feel. Although we've seen abduction movies before, we haven't really seen it to this extent, and I think it would be cool to see.
Oh, dude, it'd be so great to see. And Flamethrower, I'm just gonna go and let you right now. I'd rather take the belt lashings than fucking watch those two movies. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
dude, that
he's an evil bastard like that. And Gory Tiger says, I liked how in Halloween 3 skit you changed the mask skipping around was funny. That was Brad's idea, and that idea worked amazing. Like we had
we
a
did
green
shoot on
screen.
location. Yeah,
Yeah,
we shot on location for all those. We actually went to New York and Chicago and Dayton,
Houston.
Ohio. Yeah, Houston, but we cut out the Dayton, Ohio one. But it was
Mhm.
good. It's
Oh
good
yeah,
footage.
it was a lot of traveling money. I'll tell you that for sure. So very expensive, but again, we do it for you guys because we love you guys so much. But so Brad, is there anything else you want to talk about? What the Black Phone does better?
I think that's about it. I had a cool point that popped in there earlier, but I think that's about it. I mean, for the most part.
Dude, if you think about that comment with the grabber, but just put it in the comment section after the stream is over, because now I'm just freaking curious of what that idea was.
I probably, it's probably wasn't even that good, but I just remember like it came and went in an instant. It was one of those things.
I know, but I totally hate that though.
Yeah.
But what I don't hate though, I fucking love me some Fachi cinema. What's going on, Matt Fachi?
Oh, sexy SOB, dude.
Fucking A right. And he says, I love the Black Phone so much, but Sinister scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, right. That's what. Yeah, exactly, man. 100%.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. So let's go ahead and go to our last topic of the evening, and that is overall thoughts and movie ratings. So pretty much, Brad, we're going to say both our overall thoughts for both of these movies and a movie rating on the good real scale.
Yes. So yeah, I think pretty much we said it. I think Sinister is a much scarier movie. It's much scarier and darker. Um, I think the Black Phone is a little bit. I mean, it's got a little bit more fun to it. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a fun movie though, because it's still pretty dark too. It's just a little bit more toned back as far as how dark Sinister gets. I like the fact that they both present a mystery early on, and reveals it to you, it reveals it to you piece by piece throughout the movie. Both movies do that with the film reels and the flashbacks, and the phone calls from the other abducted kids and the Black Phone. So they do a really good job with that. I appreciate it a lot. As far as I would give both these movies probably a 4.25. And I would give a slight nod to Sinister, being it's one, the Black Phone may catch up to it at some point, but Sinister is a movie I've seen like, probably 24 times. And it's one that I absolutely loved over the last 10 years. So it's got that going for it. So right now it's got a slight edge over the Black Phone for me.
Dude, I know, I understood you had just like you were going to say Sinister was better, but I just I didn't think you would like put both movies at 4.25. Like, damn.
Yeah, I mean they're neck and neck, man. I think they're neck and neck. I think they really are. But Sinister, to me, oh yeah, man, I just fucking it's kind of a one of a kind kind of deal, man. It really is.
Yeah, dude, I would love to watch Sinister on the big screen someday, even though I know what I know about it, but I still feel like it would be a great theater experience. But okay, but my overall thoughts and the movie rating is Sinister, dude. For science, like Scared by Science, it should still be number one over the host. I'll just go ahead and let you know right now. I don't know what the hell happened for how they made the host like more Scarier by Science than Sinister. I just feel like they got the wrong test audience when they did that particular experiment. But Sinister, dude, yeah, like you said, it is such a one of a kind, like rare horror movie where again, like just you don't get a happy ever after at the ending. You get some dark shit happening, and I love when horror movies decide to go balls to the wall like that and just really exploit it. However, it's not a perfect movie. I wish they liked the damn thing, but I think Scott Derrickson learned from Sinister because it's a lot brighter in the Black Phone. I'll tell you that for sure. But so for Sinister, I will give it I'll be honest with you, I'll give it a 4.5 for Sinister. And for the Black Phone, I think it's absolutely spectacular. This is what you get when you give Scott Derrickson and his team a damn budget to work with. And so they can freaking tell the story they want to tell. Even though I feel like this movie, just to me, didn't feel like it was on an $18 million budget. It had to be that CGI of fucking Max when he got.
Oh my gosh, dude! What the fuck?
Did you recognize, realize that? Like at one point, his whole face turned CGI to sell the blood.
Yeah. How could you not? That really stood out like a freaking mofo, man.
But yeah, so that wasn't all that great. But however, the movie was absolutely fantastic. Eva Hobb delivers probably the best horror performance of the year. The kids were absolutely spectacular with Madeline and Mason. They're going to be stars in the future to be on the lookout for, especially with Madeline. I feel like Madeline's freaking. It's just the beginning for her in the world of Hollywood. But love the storytelling. However, it's not the it's not a perfect movie. As badly as I want to give this a golden reel, I just can't, because just the dad arc just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. How he goes from 100 to 0 at the end, just like it's just done randomly too, you know. So that kind of confused me, and some other parts like the CGI moments was weird, but it's just other little things. It's not that much, but the Black Phone for me, I give it a 4.75 out of 5.
Hell yeah, my dude. Racking up the stacks in the point department.
Oh yeah, so let's freaking talk. Do the Sinister clip real quick. So, with the 4.5 and the 4.25, ain't that like a 4.3?
Yeah.
All right, we'll make it a 4.3. So, dude, we get to play a new video clip this time. We're freaking welcome to prime time.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Nice.
Hell yeah. And then with the Black Phone, with my 4.75 to your 4.25, that's a 4.5. So guess what? I love that clip. Let's freaking play it again.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Welcome to prime time, bitch.
That never
Nice.
gets old.
Double down, man.
Oh man, just welcome to prime time, bitch. It never gets old for me, man. So hell yeah. Anything you want to address in the comments?
Speaking of Freddy, Galford said that Scott Derrickson needs to do Nightmare on Elm Street now. I think that's not a bad idea, man. That could work. Same kind of vibes, man. Children going missing or getting murked. Either way, it could be interesting. I could see Ethan Hawke playing Freddy. I mean, he was creepy enough as the freaking grabber. It could work for sure.
Dude, I wouldn't mind that at all. So yeah, so go ahead and add that to the idea board for a Nightmare on Elm Street. Because I'm down to do with a couple of ideas for the Nightmare on Elm Street, like for the whole like relaunch of it. Let's see what Aaron Click has to say. Maybe the host test audience was old people. A lot of them are scared of computers. That's pretty damn good. Okay. Also, there's a pinball scene. Showing a pinball table is like showing titties for me. Hey, whatever floats your goat, my friend.
Yeah, man. Float that goat.
Hell yeah, man. So, dude, anything else you want to mention about these movies before we start slowly wrapping up this evening?
No, I think that's it, man.
Alrighty, man. So, and guys in the chat, or if you're watching after fact, I know we didn't go much about what both movies don't do well, because again, it's really tough because both of these movies are fantastic. So let us know either in the chat or after the video in the comment section down below, because we love to hear from you guys to try to figure out what both movies don't do well.
Yeah, absolutely. We do need to know that if there is anything.
Oh, absolutely. So let's see here. What's coming up on here? Let me go ahead and get rid of these real quick. So well, speaking of computers, there we go. Okay, here we go. So what is coming up on Good Will Hunting? We are Brad, you want to talk about week 5?
Dude, tomorrow, man. Tomorrow. I kind of lost what day it is. Tomorrow, man, the Halloween 5 review is a part of the Halloween Scream review series. Really stoked about it. 5 weeks in already. By the time this thing's wrapped up, Halloween Ends will be here, and we're going to have those sons of bitches ranked. So that's going to be really cool. So yeah, Halloween 5 will be tomorrow at noon premiere. We got a good skit for this one. You guys are going to like it. For those of you who haven't seen it yet. I think you're really going to dig it. I think, that's going to be good. Obviously, check out all these other channels tomorrow, as well as they'll be releasing the reviews throughout the day. And Chris Snyder will be dropping that Letterboxd review as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, man, absolutely. And do you know what's also going to be a lot of fun? And we finally got a drop date for this video because we're so looking forward to it.
What is it?
Freaking Patreon request.
Yeah, man. Freaking ranking those top 10 underrated horror flicks. And this was a fun video, man.
Oh, dude, absolutely, it's a fun video. So, Jake Burnett, great job on the topic of that, and our goal right now is to drop this on Wednesday, August the 24th. We don't know what time yet. We think around the noon time, like when we normally drop our videos. That's pre-recorded. So, just stay tuned for Wednesday for when we drop the video. But
Yeah,
dude,
and
yeah,
even
it's
for
gonna be a good time.
it is, and for the Patreons, we did an extra 5. We're going to be putting that on Patreon as well. So just because we were in it, we had a lot of stuff we wanted to talk about that just didn't make the top 10, so we just kept rocking and rolling. So we did a little
Oh,
expansion pack video.
Oh yeah, so if you want to freaking join our Patreon for the I believe it's the 2 and 3 tier, or is it all tiers? I want to say it's all tiers.
Right, yeah. As of now, it's the 2 and 3 tiers.
2 and 3 tiers. We might change that
Yeah.
later on, but yeah, if you just want to freaking see that, like Brad said, the expansion pack, like in Call of Duty, freaking sign up today before Wednesday, and we'll drop those extra 5 for Patreons only. And when you see our letterbox, you will not see what the Patreon extra 5 is going to be. So, and Jake Burnett says, "Let's go."
Woo! Stoked for it, man. A lot of fun.
Hell yeah. And then, let's continue the train with freaking Patreon request.
Oh yeah, dude. A little tearing it up action, man.
Oh yeah, tearing it up. Which that is we use the tier maker website, and we freaking just tear shit up. And Heather Smith, with her Patreon request, joining the tier 3, gave us a really interesting one, especially for me because I still need to watch. I would say a good half of them, but that's what my homework assignment is for this week. So I'm pumped, I'm ready, and we're going to just freaking tear all of M. Night Shyamalan's movies.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I feel like there's gonna be a lot at the top and there's gonna be a lot at the bottom, and I don't know what's gonna be in the middle, but it's gonna be interesting.
Oh, dude, it's going to be freaking great, and I'm so looking forward to it. And that will be this Friday, or this upcoming Friday, August the 26th at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So freaking get your claws ready for that one. And then we also got me and Destiny are having Back from the Dead 2022 for the August episode. And that's going to be for next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. I know Erica mentioned Candyman 2022. We will be talking about that. And just in case if anybody does...
2020, 2021.
2021. My bad.
I got there eventually.
I know. Hey, trust me, you got a lot there quicker than I did. But yeah, so just in case if y'all don't know what this show is, what this is me and Destiny celebrate horror movie anniversaries. And we do it by the integrals of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. And we also included our 1 year anniversary too. So that's why Candyman 2021 is going to be talked about in that way. And dude, we got a lot of great topics in this particular episode, so you do not want to miss it for Sunday, August the 28th at noon Eastern time.
Yes, dude, freaking stoked, man.
Oh yeah, I know you're stoked about this one too, so I'll let you talk about this one.
We're gonna help Winston find that damn tow truck finally next week on Matt Foshi's channel. Next Wednesday at what is it, 8? I think we're starting at 8.
8 o'clock Eastern time.
8 p.m., man. We're gonna watch Cabin Fever, man. The original one, the one with the dude from Boys. What the fuck?
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. Thank you. So that's gonna be fun, man. Looking forward to that. Brett's never seen it either, so
never seen it, and I got the freaking DVD. I bought it, and then I bought that movie 3 years ago, and I've still not watched it. So, but I got me a reason now, and I'm so looking forward to watching it, especially with you, Jen. So it's going to be awesome. And then
grab yourself a 40 and get ready to party.
Oh hell, beer Achilles. Freaking let's see here. Okay, our next Slash It Out is going to be in 2 weeks. For freaking we got a freaking matchup here. Halloween 6, because that'll be Halloween 6 week for the House Scream review series. And we decided, Brad actually came up with this idea, and I think it's a brilliant idea because I've never seen the producer's cut before. So we're going to go theatrical cut versus the producer's cut.
Dude, that's gonna be awesome, man.
Dude, going to be so awesome. So that will be Thursday, September the 1st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And lastly, Brad, as part of our Good Will Hunting 2022, our big event coming up for that horror month, I'll let you talk about this bad boy.
Fright Fight, man. We're putting every movie from all these franchises into one big ass bracket, 64 teams total. And we're going to be finding the winner, which is the best of all of these movies, man. They each add up to 64. It's going to be perfect.
Including Halloween Ends. So yeah, dude, like again, Brad freaking like randomly brought this to our attention, to me, or to my attention. And I was like, dude, we fucking got to like take advantage of this idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait for that. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, dude, it's going to be so awesome. And then before we officially, I saw some more people join in. We had ACNAT podcast, what's going on? We had Metallic, what's going on? And then we have Destiny, what's going on? And yeah, we're just about to freaking oh, see, this is an idea right here. You should have Drum Duns moderate that.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Dude, that would be awesome. Like we like that would just be awesome. So if y'all want to try to reach out to him, so that would be awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's sorry, because I'm fucking just I'm just like I'm more of a C, like my way into a conversation. So talking good about her. Do we always talk good about her?
Yes, usually. No.
Good answer.
Yes.
No, Brett. No,
sometimes.
Brett. Shh. No, I'm just kidding. No,
yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just messing. Nah, I'm messing.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but yeah, we're about to round up, folks. But we still appreciate you just taking time out of your day just to hang out with us, just even for a little bit. So that's awesome, and we appreciate everybody in the chat hanging out with us. So, Brad, anything else you want to say before we freaking close out?
That's it, man. Had a good time. Great matchup here tonight. Looking forward to the next one.
Oh yeah, and look at yeah, we're damn dude, you getting us in trouble all the fucking time. So I gotta close out before we freaking get more in trouble. So guys, what did you all think about this particular session out for the Scott Derrickson films of Sinister versus The Black Phone? Did you enjoy both of these movies? Did you like one better for the other, or are you on the weird side that both of them suck? And just let us know in that comment section down below, and let's get that discussion rolling.
And if you want to help us find the good reels, you can do so by finding us on Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter, Snapchat, not really, but TikTok, and Patreon. Those links are for you to find down below.
Absolutely. And Snapchat is no longer an option just because no one followed us. So we just got rid of it. But that's okay, folks, because you could freaking just technically call this Snapchat because it's always a snap and we chat. But anyways, if you want to help support Good Reel Hunting as well, be sure to like this video, share, and subscribe. And of course, ring that bell. Ding, ding, ding. So you all know what the next set of feature live streams and the next session out is up and ready.
Yes.
All right, so I am freaking out of breath, and I'm just going to go watch the Orphan prequel movie, so I'll see you guys later.
Peace out.